Ladies and gentlemen, we got Andre Ward sitting across from Bill Haney, asking him a question about his son, Devin Deebo Haney, and their relationship with Shakur Stevenson. Let's tap into without further ado.
You know, y'all been crossing paths. Some of them fought, some of them didn't, but y'all know each other, you know what I'm saying? The people just don't be knowing it.
Right,
People have relationships.
Of course.
Tell me about the relationship with Shakur Stevenson. You know, obviously, you know, they've been in the same weight class a certain time, then you know, they won't be in the same weight class. They both doing their thing in their own respect. And it's like, is that relationship like, you just got two young lions that can't really—
I can't wait for him to stop talking. Shakur is on the list.
But that's what I'm saying, like, is it—
Put him on a list. We want you, Shakur Stevenson. Y'all done already seen what we did in our debut at the welterweight division. Cleaned up the so-called boogeyman, strong ox of a Southern fighter, and much respect to Brian Norman Jr. All the greats took a L. Now it's time for him to bounce back up and clean them up. So we can't wait for Brian Norman Jr. to come back. He's gonna be back with a chip on his shoulders, ready to let you know, ready to let the world know that Decatur is where it's greater. But Shakur Stevenson, you wanna listen, you next.
just, we can't be really in the same space. We trying to get the same thing. We can holler later. Like, what's the relationship with Shakur?
No, we've out of respect of the fans, of the talent, asked and talked about the biggest and the best fights happen with the best fighters.
Right. So you mean that when you say that?
Well, of course, Bill gonna mean it. And if you don't believe Bill, just look at his track record. Mean what he's saying, especially when it comes to Devin and making the fights. Because remember, when the fight with Brian Norman Jr. was like, nah, this is some made up shit. Devin ain't about to go fight him. And after that performance with Ryan Garcia, then what he did with Jose Ramirez, now you're telling us that he about to move up to 147 pounds and fight Brian Norman Jr. after what he just did to Santalan and what he just did to the other dude and the rest of the opponents. And Bill was like, yeah, we're gonna go ahead and clean him up. Take over the welterweight division. That's what we gonna do. That was Bill. So we gotta listen to him.
You say you want Devin in the biggest and best fights. That ain't just talk.
Just like when I walked up to you and told you that we were gonna walk Lomachenko's down.
Yeah, you said it.
He said that back time. See, and when he won that picture earlier on, Shakur was looking at him. That's when Shakur was looking like a menace. For now, remember, he was like, Devin was like, I'm the champion. And Shakur was like, for now. Right after this victory.
I can't, and right in the ring, in the middle of the fight, I mean, right when they've been, was it that the announcing, or we just got in the ring, and I looked over and I seen Dre and I seen Tim sitting there. And I walked over, I said, it's too late for him. Lomachenko and them was right there. I said, it's too late for him. Yeah. Devin about to step to his mother.
You said that.
Watch
Devin
this.
Step to him. Watch this. And Devin stepped to him. Got that victory. Squeaked it out. It was close. He squeaked it out. And at the end of the day, he got the victory. Because if this was Back to the Future 2, Biff would have found the book, looked up the name, Devin Haney Victory, and he would have cashed in and got that money.
You said that.
I said, yeah, it's too late for him. Boom. And when Dev, he came back and he said in the 8th round, he said that he's on to it. He's up on it. I said, it's too late. Go press his out. And the 12th round, you know what I mean? Like the perfect getaway, we looked up in the rearview mirror and it wasn't chasing.
And we was gone. We was like, there ain't nobody behind us. We peeled off. All we seen is the smoke from the rubber. We goes over there like, hey, looking over the controller like we done did that. That's what we talk about, champ.
Yeah. You heard what I said. I said in the 12th round, in the biggest fight for undisputed,
that's what won
for some people in 12th round, he wasn't there. So when everybody come back and say it was a robbery, it was right. If you ain't fighting in the 12th round, then what do that say about you?
That you don't want it. That you ain't really made like that. You supposed to bite down on your gum shield. Or you feeling comfortable. You thinking in your head, no. You're gonna have to work to a 0-0-0 on the clock. Always and forever.
You know what I mean? So we had something to go cry about.
That robbery talk, man.
Because Lomachenko went in the back and he was weeping. He was crying with the towel. Oh, I can't believe they robbed me. Now my career is just hangs in the balance. And then was going through it in the back room was Lomachenko. Keep your head up. Champ happens to the best of us. Now he over there chilling, representing and keep chucking for the Ukrainian soldiers and the Ukrainian people. That's Vasily Lomachenko. But Devin had to put hands on him. And you go on and take care of your people.
And these folks don't understand. They just don't understand how the game works.
Exactly. And we're going to leave it with that. And like the late, great Roger Mayweather always say, you don't know ish about boxing. These folks don't know ish about boxing. And he was sitting in the stands. He was like, if you can't hit Floyd with your jab, you ain't going to be able to hit Floyd with ish. So shout out to the Black Mamba, Roger Mayweather. Ladies and gentlemen, Deebo Devin Haney's father, Bill Haney, is saying, Shakur Stevenson, you on the chopping block. You like baseball, you on deck. Because my son, Devin Haney, come fight night, he gonna turn into that demonic dragon and clean everybody up.
I am fire. I am death.
Had you been practicing on your art, you know you're way in the dark.